Hello and welcome to Reflect and Reset. If you're new here, this is the 30-minute session with me once a month to lead us into the month ahead, get us grounded, get us settled, and start the month with intention. So just take a moment to relax as I explain what we're going to be doing. So we're going to spend about 10 minutes doing some gentle stretching, releasing the muscles and any tension in the body. And then we will spend the rest of the time doing some meditation, and I invite you to do some journaling. If you have a pen and paper with you, that's absolutely fantastic. Don't worry if you don't. You can simply reflect on the questions and then maybe make some notes later if that feels good to you. As always, only do what feels good to you. This is just an invitation from me. And remember, there's nothing right or wrong that comes up for you this morning, nothing to fix or change. So each month we have a theme, both within Reflect and Reset and within the magazine Focus, Flow, Flourish. And this month the theme is maintenance is still momentum. Throughout January I spoke to quite a few people who were still struggling with the winter niggles in terms of colds and flus and so on. Some people were struggling to get back into work. Other people had been just thrown in and were full steam ahead. And actually that meant that they were struggling to fit in some of those fitness and well-being habits. And so that's what sort of prompted this of maintenance is momentum. Doing those little bits that you can are still worth it and they still count. February for me is a very similar month for this because we've got one foot in winter still, but we're starting to see the first signs of spring as well. So there can be that tendency with that spring energy to feel like we need to be kind of pushing forward and making huge steps, but actually our energy might not be there yet. So yeah, that's why we've got the theme. And of course, also February is the month of Valentine's Day. So I wanted to bring a bit of a focus on love, and not just romantic love, but love as care, patience and goodwill, love for yourself, for those close to you, and even for those people that you find a little challenging. So, like I say, nothing to fix or change, and meet yourself where you are this morning. So we'll start with our stretching. So if you find yourself a space standing, and stand up nice and tall, feet slightly apart, head lifted. Imagine you've got a golden thread pulling you from the center of your head up towards the ceiling or the sky, lifting out of the hips. Relax the shoulders down. And let's just take a deep breath here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And another one. And one more. And let's start with the top of the body. We'll start with the neck. So if you lean your head towards the right side, dropping the ear towards the shoulder, just let that left shoulder relax down and back to center. And then to the other side, drop the ear to the left side and back to center. And again to the right side and back, left side and back, and then back to the right side. Now this time, drop your head, your chin towards your chest and roll the head forward. And to the left side, and then drop the chin forward and roll it back to the right. Do that 2 more times in your own time. Remember to keep breathing just in your own pace, whatever feels comfortable. And once you've done that twice more, bring the head back on top, stacked on top of the neck and the spine. And let's just lift the shoulders up towards the ears and roll them back. And again, trying to drop those shoulders right down as you roll them back. And one more time. And next, let's lift the arms above the head and hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. And then gently lean towards the right side and back up tall. So watch out for the shoulders creeping up around the ears. I'm going to keep those down and back. And remember, only go as far as is comfortable. This isn't about pushing and pulling and pressure. This is just gentle release of those muscles. And let's drop the arms back down by the sides. And then reach them up again overhead. And this time, take your right wrist with your left hand and lean to the left. Nice, gentle movements. Do a couple more on this side. And relax the arms down by your side. Okay, bring the arms up to shoulder height in a T shape. And now I want you to bring your left arm on top of your right as you give yourself a big hug. Tuck the chin to the chest. Nice big hug. And open the arms back out. And this time the right arm comes across. And open out and repeat that. Keep going in your own rhythm. And one more each side. And relax the arms down to the side of the body. Okay, so now what I'm going to invite you to do is take one foot behind. Keep the feet parallel, so you're not taking the foot behind the back foot. And then put your hands on your side for support. And you can either just stay here or take one hand off your thigh and reach up. If you want to, you can just lift the chest, reach back if that feels good. And then bring the arm down and bring the leg back together. And then step back with the other foot. And if it's comfortable, reach up and lower. And feet back together. If that feels good, you can try both arms up, but only if you feel balanced and comfortable to do so this morning. Keep repeating, nice and gently. Let's do one more on each side. And bring yourself back to standing. Just roll the shoulders back, get yourself back into a nice tall position. This time we're going to take the leg out to the side. So you can rest your hands on your thighs. So if we step out to the right first, just gently lean in to that right leg and bring the feet back together. And then to the other side. Remember, only going as far as is comfortable for you. So that might just be a really small step and a really small bend in the knee. That's absolutely fine. Or you might want to take it a little bit wider. Okay, if that's feeling good, you might want to add an opening up the chest. So reach the same arm as the extended leg out. Look towards that hand if that feels good. Return the arm back to the thigh before stepping in. And again, this can be a really small movement. You can keep the arm bent if extending the arm fully doesn't feel good this morning. I'm going to do one more on each side. And bring the feet back together. And now we're going to move on to our meditation and journaling. So I'm going to come to a seated position. You can come to a seated position, you can stay standing, or if you prefer, you can lie down. Just get yourself nice and comfortable. Relax into the space that you're in. Allow whichever parts of the body are in contact with the floor to really sink in to the floor. Allow the body to be supported. And if it feels comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze. And let's take a few deep breaths to start. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Now allow your breath to settle into its own natural rhythm. Bring your attention to the area around your heart, noticing that natural rise and fall of your breath. Silently, or out loud if you prefer, repeat these phrases, adjusting them if needed. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be kind to myself. May I move through this month with patience and care. Now I invite you to bring to mind someone that you care for, care about deeply, someone who makes you feel supported or seen. Offer them the same phrases. May you be safe. May you be well. May you feel supported. May you move through this month with ease. Now, if it feels okay, bring to mind someone you don't know very well or someone you find a little challenging. This isn't about approving of their behaviour. It's simply about recognizing shared humanity. Gently offer them the same. May you be safe. May you be well. May you find peace. May you move through your life with less struggle. Return your attention to your breath, noticing the natural rise and fall. Notice the body, how it feels against the floor, any tension, any shifts, however small. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and we'll move on to our reflection questions. You can remain lying or seated. If you want to take a pen and paper or journal, you're welcome to do so, or you can just reflect on these questions. There's no need to answer all of them. Just take what feels good for you, what comes to mind. And if nothing comes to mind, that's okay too. So I invite you to consider these questions. Where could you bring a little more kindness or patience to yourself right now? What does maintenance look like for you this month? Who or what would benefit from a softer approach this month? And finally, how can love show up as care rather than effort or fixing? As you bring your reflection or your note-taking to a close, I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And as we come to the end of our session, remember that love doesn't have to be loud or performative. Sometimes it looks like rest. Sometimes it looks like boundaries. Sometimes it looks like simply staying with what's already working. Thank yourself for showing up today. Maintenance is still momentum.